So this is going to be more of an off the cuff discussion topic, but one thing I wanted to one thing I kind of wanted to ask and kind of wanted to talk about. What's something that you've realized since, posting on social media, whether you're a content creator or just use it for, normal everyday use. And for me, one of the things that I kind of noticed, like just specifically for me having cerebral palsy, is I've noticed since being in group chats with others that have cerebral palsy, there's there's people that are obviously there's people that are like minded, want to see everyone with their situation or their disability do good, and want to help improve. But there's also people that are on the extreme other side that are, completely negative and are kind of like woe is me all the time, and that they think just because they have this disability that they're never gonna be anything, and that they're never gonna do better, and that and they just want everyone to know how negative they are, and they want to kind of bring it down to their level, like with the crabs in the bucket mentality. And sometimes it gets really frustrating being in the seeing that side, because I've I've I could have gone that route, but chose to be on the positive route because I know what I've been through could possibly help somebody else from not going through the same not going through the same issues. And I'm not saying that I've lived this crazy hard life or whatever. I lived a great life, but there's moments where there's moments where I'll get frustrated because of certain things about having cerebral palsy, and there's certain things that I've been through with cerebral palsy that could possibly help the next person. And sometimes it gets really frustrating seeing my negative side, because you want so much to try and guide that person to the light, in a sense, to show them like, hey, there's more out there to then there's more out there to see, or there's more out there to experience than the bird cage that you're in. Like how I kind of describe it, it's like they're a bird that's been in a bird cage so long that when you open the bird cage, they don't want to leave the bird cage, in a sense, because they've been in they've had it they've had this mentality for so long. And it might not be necessarily because of them. It might be because of the people that they've been around, because of their family, because of their upbringing, whatever situation. It could be because of a lot of other factors. But for me, it frustrating sometimes. It just gets frustrating sometimes, seeing that negative side, because you know what you know what they could be. You see everything that they could be, and it's frustrating to kind of see them sell themselves short, and to think that they're not, like, the best I can put it is they let their disability become them, rather than them acknowledging, okay, I have this disability, but I'm not going to let it be my personality, in a sense. And sometimes they let their I hope I'm not sounding disrespectful when I'm saying this, but they let the fact that they have a disability become everything about them. And sometimes it because they have that negative mindset, it can slowly start to affect everyone else. And that's one thing that I really don't want to happen to anyone that has cerebral palsy. And I want to be able to show people that, you know just because you have this disability, it's not all that you are. You're a lot more than that, and you can do whatever you set your mind to. That's in the physical or mental range of what you can do. Don't let anyone even if it's family, let them say, "Oh, you can't do this." I mean, you might not be able to do it, but at least give yourself the chance to try. At least try. That's my whole thing, is just try it first. And if you can't do it, you can't do it, but at least you can say, "Hey, I can't do it, but I've tried to do this." Or if you can't do it that specific way, do find a workaround, because there's always, most of the time there's workarounds to everything. So find a workaround that works for you. There are certain things that I physically can't do a certain way that I found workarounds for. So, but yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to talk about, and I want to know, as far as social media goes, what are some of the things that you've seen since you've started posting. That was a couple of the things that I've seen, and I want to know what you guys have seen. So if you guys have anything, put them in the comments below, and I'll catch y'all for the next one.